Today I'll be talking about and reviewing my Poulan Pro chainsaw, but before we get into the specifications and all of that, let's hear how it sounds. With that out of the way, now we can talk about specs. This saw has a 40cc power head. Power head just means the engine that powers it. It has an 18-inch bar with a 3/8 chain pitch. The chain pitch just depends on whatever chain you want to put on. It all depends. It weighs 11.33 pounds without the bar or the chain. You it's just the weight depends on whatever bar and chain you put on. And I assume this weight also means dry weight, which is no oil or gas or bar oil. It has a low vibration handle, which mine must be old or something because it does not have a low vibration handle. It still vibrates a lot. Has a 9.5 ounce fuel capacity and a 7.7 ounce oil capacity. Since it's a two-stroke, obviously it doesn't take engine oil, so the oil it's referring to is bar oil. Bar oil just keeps your chain cool and your bar cool. Basically just reduces the wear on your bar and chain, and it has a 50-to-1 fuel ratio. What that means is it takes 50 parts gas, 1 part oil. To simplify that, just get a mixer, either a 1 gallon mixer or 5 gallon mixer. I think they even make 2.5 gallon mixers. And all that means is you pour that whole bottle into how many gallons of gas. So if you have a 1 gallon mixer, pour it into 1 gallon of gas and so on. Gas I use is basically the best gas you can get in your area. I use 93 ethanol free just because that's what runs the best. And these engines are so small and their fuel lines are so thin, you don't want that ethanol to degrade your fuel lines and gunk up your carburetor. And here's the spec sheet for if you want to look for yourself. All the information I just Googled, it's easily accessible just on Google. To wrap up this video, I'm just going to talk about my experience with this saw, how I got it, and so on. This saw used to be my grandfather's. He dropped it off at a local mud sale, and I've been wanting it for so long. I was asking him, hey, I'll buy that saw off you, but he wouldn't do it. He dropped it off at the mud sale. So, funny enough, I ended up buying it from the mud sale, and so I walk up to him, tell him about it, and I get it on. I go to start it up, because the last time we used this was when a tree fell down at his house. So it wouldn't run right. We were having so many issues with it. I go to fire it up in the parking lot and it fires right up. So I'm just amazed because the last time I used it, obviously it didn't really run right. So I bring it home, use it. It cuts amazing. And last time it couldn't cut worth of anything. I bring it home, cuts great. And I asked him about it. Turns out he got it tuned up just before he sold it and never used it, so it basically had a fresh tune-up that I didn't have to pay for. So that was amazing. I think I ended up giving like $15 for it or something, which was an amazing deal. You can't find a chainsaw that runs for $15 basically anywhere. So that was an amazing deal. And my experience with it is it's been amazing so far. I use the word amazing a lot, but I, it's never given me an issue. The only thing it has right now is it doesn't quite like to idle when it's warm or when it's cold. So you kind of got to stay on the throttle a little bit or leave the choke on for a while. But most any old two-stroke has issues like that, so that's not just this saw specific. That's almost any two-stroke that isn't tuned 100% perfect. So that wraps up this video. I appreciate you very much for watching.